Hello, everyone. We are live, and by we, I mean I'm live with all these wonderful people on Friday night. So it's once again time for Explain Yourself. Unfortunately, Kevin couldn't be here with us tonight, but I'm sure he'll be back next week to deliver more of his awesome anecdotes. Anyway, coming at us tonight, we have Joe Santana from The Haunted Box #1. We have Sarah Cook from No Spell Lasts Forever. Returning, Stephen's been on here with us before. Stephen Prince with The Monster Matador. And then we've got Alan, and I'm going to mispronounce your last name. And
Do it.
I've misplaced it at the moment, man.
Okay, it's Alan Dunford. And yeah, this is my second time on here, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Awesome. Mm-hmm. That's right. With Grandma Chainsaw. So what we'll do is, how about we go ahead and just get started? I'm going to flip around over here. I don't have Kevin here to do all of the really cool stuff. So we've got Joey Galvez in the audience. Hey, Joey. So how about we get started? I'm going to start immediately to my left and with John. So John, if you're at a con, and I'm betting that you guys are here, so you're probably not at the big con that's going on right now. But somebody walked by your booth. How would you get them interested in the Haunted Box?
Sure. Well, the Haunted Box is a horror anthology series, and all the stories revolve around a simple premise. So a mysterious box arrives, and in it is exactly what you need to solve your problem, give you all your wishes. All the box asks for is you take one life. The box wants blood. That's the Haunted Box.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Continuing on around, Sarah Cook with No Spell Lasts Forever. If somebody were, running by, trying not to make eye contact with you, going down into all the indie tables, how would you get their attention?
I would say No Spell Lasts Forever is a noir urban fantasy. It's about a magic user who meets an early death and makes a deal with the devil for a second chance at life. Her task is to corrupt one truly good soul, but can she do it? And what does it mean for the fate of her eternal soul if not?
Cool. Very cool. And hey, more Joey. Hey, Joey. Yeah. Lots and lots of talent tonight. I think you helped with that a little bit, didn't you? All right. All right. I'm going to flip down to Alan, who's been on the show before. Thanks for reminding me, because
I'm very forgettable. It's okay.
No, I've got we came up with a term, because the day job has me traveling a lot. I recently changed, so we came up with this term called Blur's Day.
Blur's Day. Okay.
What day is it? I don't know. Where am I? Somewhere. It's Blur's Day. I don't know. But if someone were sneaking by your booth, shocked at the giant banner of Grandma Chainsaw, how would you get their attention?
Man, I don't know, because it kind of just does what it says on the label, right? Like our book is it's a slasher horror dark comedy about a grandma who is a serial killer and uses a chainsaw.
Exactly what you would expect. Nice. Yep. All right, and last but certainly not least, Stephen Prince of The Monster Matador. Hey, sir, how would you handle the good old 30-second elevator pitch for Monster Matador?
It's a post-apocalyptic kaiju throwdown about a matador who fights monsters to make a better world for his daughter. So, I mean, the book is what it is. But the funny thing about it is that a lot of people always read the book and they're like, oh, it really is about a matador who fights kaiju monsters. So, yeah.
Just like it says on the label, right?
Yeah, just like it says.
Well, awesome. Hey, we have, looks like we have Katrina Rowitz in the house. Hey, glad you made it back. All right, well, we've had our 30-second pitches, so let's go back around kind of the opposite way, and let's kind of take a deep dive into each of the projects, if that sounds all right to everyone. Steven, since we kind of got to you last on the rotation, do you want to take a deep dive and share your screen, and we can take a look at the Monster Matador project?
Okay, let me see if I can do this. Oh, here we go.
No pressure. It's just we're all watching you, okay?
Yep. The fate of the stream is in your hands.
That's right.
Huh. Okay. Can you give me? Do you want to go to someone else and give me a minute to figure this out?
Sure. We'll skip on over.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Alan, do you want to have a go at it?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see here. Let me do this. Share screen. Don't share any personal information. Got it. Okay.
Have
share screen.
all of those other tabs, have those elsewhere, okay?
Got it. Done. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and share this.
All right. There you go. I will get you. There we go.
All right,
Grandma Chainsaw.
All right, are we full
Awesome.
screen and everything?
Yep, it's out there.
All right, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grandma Chainsaw. Yeah, so we were lucky in this one. We funded day one, so we were really happy with that.
Nice.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We are, as you see, we have 12 days to go, and we are at the glorious Kickstarter slump, right? Where we're losing money every day. You know, so it's like the first, it's like the first like three days are amazing, and then after that, everything's just, oh my God, can we please just get one backer? And then the last 2 days are incredible. So, but yeah, so Grandma Chainsaw, believe it or not, I actually have a very soft spot for the geriatric population. I was personal information. I was raised by my grandparents. So I'm able to kind of inject a lot of what I was raised with, and just the generational gaps, right, that we see. So I'm kind of able to play off that a little bit. But yeah, we got the project we love, which I'll never understand it because we didn't get it on our last campaign, and our last campaign was our biggest one that we had. So I just don't know what the algorithm is. But yeah, so what we wanted to do with this series was just kind of let this be an ode to all the stuff that we love so much growing up with these slasher horror movies, and like stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead, things like that, right? So we have the typical tropes. 4 friends get lost on vacation. They end up on Grandma Hazel's doorstep. Hazel seems innocent enough, but the group will soon learn that evil has a perm.
I love that tag. Evil has a perm.
So if anyone watching, or if you guys here, we're working on another comic book series called Pocus Hocus, and we have the exact same team that's working on that over to here because we just love working with everyone so much. So yeah, here is this is just our previews for it. Yeah, look, people tied up. Yeah, what you would expect. So we have our Grandma Hazel coming in, and we really wanted to try to capture the slasher horror feel and make the coloring look a little grainy, and just really just have fun with it, honestly. So yeah, and then right here we have our covers. This is our main cover. We actually got picked up by Source Point Press for this one.
Oh, nice.
Which is really cool. So I'll just try not to rush through it too much, but yeah.
Very cool. It looks like let's see, Jay Burns said he would love to see the trailer, and we've actually shared the trailer before. So if you'd want to play the trailer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that real quick. It's not long, everyone. It's not one of those out of nowhere like 20-minute ones. Can you guys hear that? Can we hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Well done.
Very well done.
Yay!
Bravo.
So yeah, that's our trailer. But yeah, so we're also doing a crossover promotion with another campaign that's running right now, Midnight Highway. So if you back both at a physical level, we're doing a crossover print, which we thought was something just kind of cool to help drive interest in both campaigns. Something different we tried this time too. We have a UV activated glow metal cover.
Cool.
So we did limited edition with these, and they're all individually numbered too. Just so kind of like, I don't know, just a fun little collector's item. So this is an exclusive cover with that too. Another thing we did, we call it Hazel's Memory Maker, because again, growing up with grandparents, I know how important pictures are. So you get to be drawn next to our serial killer granny.
Nice.
Yay! And
so,
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
You mentioned that this is the same team from Pocus Hocus.
Yes.
It is. I mean, are you wanting to continue Pocus Hocus and Grandma Chainsaw at the same time? I mean, how is that going to affect your scheduling? I mean, because I know what having a team together is like, and how scheduling is. Scheduling is my personal nightmare. So
yeah, scheduling sucks. Like there's no way to put that lightly, right? Scheduling's just terrible. Yeah. But these guys are so fast and so dedicated to everything that we're doing that we're able to easily stagger releases. So Grandma Chainsaw, we only have 4 pages left to finish. And we'll have that done, probably here honestly in the next week.
Very cool.
And then we've already have the script halfway done for Pocus 5, so that's going to be our next campaign launching, and then we're going to do Grandma Chainsaw 2 after that. So it's a good staggered release that we have going.
Nice, very nice.
So yeah, we've already unlocked our first stretch goal. We have 2 more left, and hopefully we'll get those unlocked too. It looks like we have plenty of time, but again, we're at the slump part, right? So everyone knows how that goes. We're also offering Pocus Hocus on here too for anyone that may have missed it, so they can go back and get it. The same guy who made our Grandma Chainsaw trailer also made our Pocus trailer, so that's on there too, just to kind of give just a brief overview of what's going on with that as well.
Okay, cool. Well, as far as the reward tiers, what's been your most popular tier, or is there one you want to point out?
Yeah, so most popular tier, obviously just the standard covered, because it's the cheapest, so go for that, right? Other than just the PDF itself. But the one that I really like, other than getting all of our caught up tier and everything, is our t-shirt. Our t-shirt is it's in the font of crochet, and it says "Eat, Slay, Love" with our logo on the back of it, just because we think we're funny. But yeah, we also offer physical catch-ups, everything. But one thing that I do want to highlight about our Kickstarter campaign is something that we do with all of them. We make everything an a la carte system. So you're not really strong-armed into getting one thing or the other. So everything that you see on here is also an add-on. So that way you can kind of really just build your own tier. Of course, we have the big tier where you get everything that's listed on here. But we just still, if someone's just feeling strongly about, hey, I just want a metal cover and then a regular cover, they can just do that. So
gotcha.
Yep.
Well, very cool.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Hey, not a problem. Does anybody else have any questions for Alan? I mean, it's exactly what you would expect, right?
It's a great trailer.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, I wish I could take credit. I would just wish I could take credit for any of this. The only thing is
you should.
Yeah, like
no one's gonna say anything.
Okay, yeah, you're right. This was all me. Everything. Yeah.
Well, I did have a question about the trailer. Did you write the trailer and send it off to the guy who created the trailer for you, or did he come up with that on his own?
So the studio is called Prevalent Mind Studio. The guy's name's Jared, and again, we worked with him before on Pocus. He's really awesome because all we have to do is just send him the script, whatever TIFF files we have of each individual page, and then he just kind of builds the trailer around what we already have.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So he's very efficient, and I love that about him. So.
Well, awesome. So Pocus, the latest issue of Pocus Hocus has been your largest campaign.
Mm-hmm.
how long do you think that's going to last? It looks like Grandma Chainsaw is doing fairly well so far.
Yeah, so Grandma Chainsaw is doing awesome. It's actually kind of going neck and neck with Pocus. Oh, and I did want to mention this too. We also have aprons on here. Apron, we got you covered, and they're embroidered.
Nice.
So very good quality, just like the guys that made our T-shirts.
Beaten and bruised blue.
Yep. And then this is my personal favorite, Grandma's Ashtray Black. So we like that one. But no, yeah. So this one's on pace with Pocus 4. It's just issue ones are hard, especially in a crowdfunding campaign, because you would think that people want to get in on the ground floor, right? But when it comes to Kickstarters, there's always that hesitancy of, well, I hope this creator continues it, so I'll wait till issue 2 comes out, and then I'll just backtrack and get the rest, which I totally get, because I'm sure people get burned sometimes thinking a series is going to progress, and they get issue 1, and then issue 2 doesn't come out for 2 or 3 years, or sometimes not even at all.
Yeah,
so,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go on, who's the rest of your team on this?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's myself, and then my co-writer Will, and we have Brian Belando, who has done an amazing work with all of our inks, and then Jason Smith, who has been here for doing all of our coloring, and then Dave Lentz is our letterer, and then unfortunately we have this guy as our PR rep.
Oh man, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, these guys are they're more than what we could ever ask for, and I just thank them for taking on all these wacky, crazy ideas, and we also have a lot more in store too. So.
Well, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right. It looks like Steven, I think you're ready to rock
All right.
on Monster Matador, so I'm gonna take that away. Hey, I'm working it.
You did it. You did it.
Awesome. And all right. So, and then Alan, I think you can stop sharing at this point.
Okay, I think it. Okay, cool. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, and now Steven, can you share your screen?
I'm trying.
Okay, if it doesn't work, I can share. So it's
I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not letting me do it.
Well, that's weird because I don't have a. Let's see.
I think
Share
if
screen.
I do
There
this, no, it's saying you can't access my screen.
Oh, wait, are you on a Mac?
Yeah.
You have to grant it some special privileges and then restart your browser. It's a pain in the butt. Don't worry, man. I got you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good looking out, right?
Yeah.
I've done it before with other programs, but yeah, it's always
Always something different. Yeah.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
always
Well,
something different. So.
I got your back, man.
Thank you.
Here is Monster Matador.
All right.
So let's take a deeper dive into Monster Matador, if that sounds all right with you. You know, who's your team, and what's the project look like?
All right. So this is Monster Matador Volume 1. It's a collection of our first 2 Monster Matador adventures, Tango of the Matadors and Afropocalypse. And it also includes a bonus story that's exclusive to the collection. And it has a study guide in it, which is kind of a cool thing. The study guide is from Dr. Teresa Rojas of Modesto College, and it's she kind of explores the history and the cultural kind of history of matadors,
Cool.
and also poses some like questions related to like art technique and things like that. These pages which you're seeing are from Tango of the Matadors. The Matador joins a ragtag group of locals in Guatemala to fight the Volagante, who is this giant fly beast type monster. And what's our little twist on this is that it's not just her, but also her children. So she has thousands of children that they have to figure out how to fight as well. Afropocalypse was our follow-up. It's my love letter to Predator. The Matador joins an international team of kaiju killers to hunt down an ancient evil in the heart of South Africa that threatens to unleash a zombie plague on the world. What was fun about this one was that we had a few comic creators actually guest star as the kaiju killers.
Nice.
Ryland Grant, who is known for his work, Suicide Jockeys for Source Point Press, Banjax from Action Lab, and also the co-creators of Baby Badass, David Schrader and Christian Horn. This is a page from our bonus story, which sees the Matador. This follows up directly after Apocalypse. It sees the Matador returning home to Mexico to his daughter, and we set up our next kaiju, the Mega Racha, which is basically a giant cockroach.
Nice.
And that leads into our next sort of series of adventures, which is under the label of Once Upon Some Monsters in Mexico.
Nice.
We've got the book in digital, softcover, hardcover. We have signed editions. For the first time, we have a book plate that is signed by me, Fabio Alves, who's the artist, and Alex Zeff, who is the colorist. I just got them from Fabio in Brazil, and they're on their way to Mexico right now to Alex. We have a sketch version from Fabio, and Fabio draws the book digitally, so there is no original art with the exception of a handful of covers and pinups, and we have one of the pinups from Tony Donnelly available in this campaign. For add-ons, we've got variant covers from previous campaigns. We have a glow-in-the-dark screen print from Nakatomi Print Labs. It's a high-quality print similar to the type you would get from Mondo, companies like that. There's a black and white edition of Afropocalypse, which is kind of cool. We only did 20 of them because I didn't know what the demand was, but people seem to like it. So, but it's cool. It really brings out the horror in the book.
Very cool.
And these are our tiers: digital, the regular paperback. We have a virgin cover of the paperback, hardcovers, the signed editions. We also have a retailer tier, a Monster Matador tier, which is pretty much everything we've done across the campaigns, and the original art.
Very nice.
So,
cool. Well,
and I guess. Oh, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna talk a little about the team. I am the writer, the creator of Monster Matador. I used to work in the toy business. I used to be in product development and developing toy lines for animation. And now I'm trying to make some cool comics. Fabio Alves is a Ringo Award nominated artist who's worked on Banjax Cassette for Action Lab. He has also worked on The Jump with Ryland Grant. Ryland and I are friends, and we kind of share Fabio between projects. But he's amazing, and he keeps getting better. And what's cool about his art is he kind of tweaks it a little bit to fit the tone of the story. So it's always kind of fun to see what he comes back with. Alex Zeff is our colorist. She has also just keeps getting better and better. She's currently the colorist on the Source Point Press book, Cult of Dracula, and I think the sequel that just came out, Rise of Dracula.
Oh, cool.
Teresa Rojas is doing our study guide, and Katrina Rotes, who's I think still watching, and this is the third show I've been on with Katrina this week, is our proofreader. And according to Clay Adams, who I know you've had on the show, having a cat on your Kickstarter page does boost your campaign. So that is our cat.
I'm gonna have to try that with my dog. That's actually not a bad idea.
Right. I don't know about dogs. I just heard about cats. And the book is done. The only thing I'm waiting on is the study guide, which is I'm getting on Monday. So we're pretty much ready to send it off to the printer and get it to you. We do use Gemini mailers for if you get more than a trade and variants, whatever, we pack in boxes. It's very, very important to me that the books arrive to you in good shape, because I don't want to send them again. And, look, you're making the book happen, so we go the extra mile. So
exactly.
But the book is a lot of fun. It's just as crazy and wild as it sounds. There's action, there's humor, there's romance, there's tears, there's everything you could ever want.
We laughed, we cried.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mad Max meets Godzilla with like a good dose of a telenovela.
Nice. Well, is there, you were talking about your tiers here. Is there one tier that's kind of your favorite tier, or one you want to focus on for a second?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite I think is the triple signed hardcover. It comes
Okay.
with I mean, it's but the hardcover in general is really cool. That the regular one comes with a book plate signed by me, but the limited one, it's signed by me, Fabio, and Alex. And because we're in different countries, this is the first time we're doing it. And I've also had so many problems shipping internationally and to Brazil. So we only did 50 of them because it gets expensive if things get lost, and you have to keep reshipping.
Absolutely.
But that's one we're doing special for this campaign. I don't know that we're really going to do something like that again until we have another kind of hardcover, something special for it. So
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this for a minute and flip back over to here. All right, we're back. Hey, I actually managed to do that without screwing it up. So that's a plus. That's a +1 for me. I'm calling that a win. It's funny because we've kind of, there's a bit of a, occult horror kind of vibe. Kevin and I always joke that we're just this good because we always come up with a theme for every show. No, we don't, but maybe we did this time. I don't know.
Well, it's the season, right? I think everyone's kind of.
It is the season. Well, let's move on around and we'll talk to Sarah. So Sarah, welcome. How's it going? And let's talk more about No Spell Lasts Forever.
Sounds good. Should I share?
Yeah, if you don't mind, go ahead and share your screen. And
I am also on a Mac, so I'll give it a try. But
if not, I got your back. Yeah, basically you have to go into the settings, unlock it, give StreamYard access to something, your whatever, and then relock it and then relaunch the browser. I think it's all a pain. I did it once and then I didn't want to have to do it again. So
yeah, I think I'm getting that same message.
Same thing?
The browser
all right.
can't
Well,
my screen.
not a problem. I have got you taken care of here. One moment and I will get that shared. Chrome tab, and all right, here we go. And and I forgot to put the links up for everybody else, but let's throw the link up there on the screen here. Yeah, I'm not used to doing this by myself, so there we go. All right. Now we are sharing the screen. So, okay, this is No Spell Lasts Forever. You just launched, what, a couple of days ago, I think?
Tuesday, yeah. And we funded in 3 days, which was
congratulations.
really exciting. Thanks. Yeah, and for my first launch too, that was especially exciting.
That is awesome because you don't have to go through that soul-crushing dead zone where you wonder if you're ever going to get another backer again because you haven't funded yet. So, you've spared yourself all of that. That's really the smart thing to do. I wish I would have thought to do that.
Yeah, so the artist I've been working with is Aimee Hawley. She did the cover. The variant artist is Elena Amanetti, and they're just both super talented. I've had a lot of fun working with both of them. This is the variant. It's so it's a noir urban fantasy, and our main character Rosette is influenced by old noir films, and the one that's kind of her favorite is The Big Sleep. So the variant is an homage to the old movie poster of The Big Sleep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So as far as the rest of your team, you've got your artist. Are they handling the coloring as well? Do you have a separate letterer?
I'm doing the lettering. Imay's doing
cool.
colors.
Oh, well, nice. Very nice. Oh, we don't want to talk about this guy. Okay. Stretch goals. Do you want me to go up or down? I mean, what do you want to focus on?
Yeah, I guess maybe all the way at the bottom is a 4-page preview.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, here's the preview right here.
Yeah. So I feel like Imay's work just really captures that noir, like the rainy city at night, and she just kind of hit the nail on the head with that. Yeah, and a little more about the story. I'll go into a little more detail. So Rosette is a magic user, and she manifests her magic as a kid, and her parents kind of don't know what to do with her, and they leave her with this guild of magic users called conjurers, who help her learn how to use her magic, but she kind of already feels betrayed because of that by her parents, and then the guild doesn't really have her back either. So she runs off to New York and ends up using her magic as a fixer for the mob. So that's what gets her killed, and kind of leads into the rest of the events of the series.
Cool. Very cool. All right. You mean to scroll back up and maybe take a look at the reward tiers?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So is there one tier that you're kind of, that's your favorite, or one that just has surprised you or anything like that?
I think my favorite is probably the $50 one, because it has all of the variant and the standard covers, and then it has digital artists ashcan, which is going to include some of Imay's thumbs and pencils and inks. And then I'm going to have a writer's ashcan, which will have some of my notes and some of the sort of different versions of different scenes, earlier versions, and a little sneak preview of another project that I'm working on. It's got digital wallpapers, some other good stuff. I think that one is probably my favorite. And I've got signed copies of each, the regular and the standard. This will all be available as add-ons too.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's something that's always kind of, and we can maybe talk about this, after we, get through the other ones. But, add-ons here versus add-ons on backer kit, or both,
Yeah.
or it's really kind of, it gets interesting because you want to make sure, I think, that you give everybody a chance to get what they want where they want it, I guess. And but it gets a little complicated, I feel like, from a creator side, because where am I right now? Am I in Kickstarter, or is it backer kit, or is it some other a fulfillment service? Will you be using a fulfillment service, or will you just be doing this via via Kickstarter?
I think I'm going to be using backer kit.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, and we typically ask this too. This is issue number 1. What does the completed story look like, or is there a complete story? Is it an ongoing, a limited series? What's your plan?
It's a 6-issue series, and I've got all 6 issues written.
Oh, nice.
Getting them made is the next step, but yeah, it'll be a 6-issue series.
Oh, excellent. All right. Let me check. It's hard to check this. Let's see if we've got any. Looks like we've got some comments here. Shoot, why didn't I? Oh, yeah, Katrina. Good one, Katrina. You're absolutely right. And hey, there we go. Hi, Sean. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to discuss with No Spell Lasts Forever, or?
I guess maybe just stretch goals. That's what we're moving on to next.
Yeah, let's take a look at them.
Yeah, the first one is just designs for merch, which we don't have yet, but I would love to have for the future. So that's if we hit 1,500. So we're a little ways away, but not ridiculously far away. And then the next one is just paper stock upgrade, which is not as flashy, but I'm excited about it. It would be nice to do. The others we actually have already achieved. They're based on number of backers, and those were extra copies or extra comics. And then if we hit those, I might add some others.
Cool, very cool.
Toward right now.
You know, you talk about paper stock, but I've made that a stretch goal for all of the crossover divisions, and we've hit it. And the book, you know, you upgrade the paper stock for the cover, and you upgrade the interior paper stock. It just feels, you know, more substantial. I don't know how else to describe it, but I love the fact that I can get that better paper stock and better cover stock because it makes the book feel so much better, you know, when you're reading it, you know.
I think so too. It makes a difference.
Well, all right. Tell you what, we'll keep moving around the horn if that's all right with everyone. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing at the moment. Did I do it right? I think I did it right. Yay. All right. And we're back around to John. Hey, John. Let's talk about the Haunted Box.
All right. Let's see if this is going to let me do this. And it's sharing a screen. Hold on. I am also on a Mac, but I think it's allowing me to. I think this is going to work.
It's working. Hey, all right.
You guys can see this?
I can see that.
Okay, 'cause I cannot see you. Okay. So this is the Haunted Box. You mind if I play my trailer? I'll just do a minute of the trailer as well, just for everybody to get a feel of it.
Sure, go for it.
All right. I'll set it up to full screen. That is the gist of it.
Nice.
So as you can see, it's a black and white book. It is definitely inspired by the old 70s and 80s Warren style comics. They made Creepy, Vampirella. I have a copy of Creepy if you guys can still see me. This is the style we're going for, at least in terms of reference. It's definitely a modern take on it, but that's what we were going for. We're going for a kind of black and white gritty feel there. As you can see on our cover, we've got the Blood Queen. She is a character in the story, a recurring character, because even though it's an anthology series, the stories sort of loosely tie together, and they're all revolve around this box. And she's one of the messengers, or the people or the demons that deliver the box. So that's where she comes from. Cool. We did something different here. We did something called the Day One Edition. Day One Edition means that, and I'll show you guys right here. We printed a short copy, meaning it's got 3 of the 6 original stories in it, because we wanted to be able to ship something by this Halloween. So even though we're not going to be able to fund the entire book until February, when we get it out, we have something in hand, already printed, already lettered, ready to go, and we want to be able to get that to people. And that really helped us in that first couple of days. Most of my pledges came from the Day One Edition add-on, which
very cool. So let's talk about the art a little bit. Who's your complete team for the book?
I'm glad you asked. You guys make me feel terrible for not having pictures of everybody on my Kickstarter. I'm gonna fix that tomorrow, first thing in the morning. But it's a big team. It's a big team because it's an anthology series. So we've got multiple writers, multiple artists. It is a black and white book. So we don't have a lot of colorists working on it, of course. We'll get to that as a stretch goal. We'll get to that in a second. But we do have a lot of artists working on it. So the cover artist for the premium edition, Damien Torres. He's amazing. He also did some interiors. He did the origin of the Blood Queen story. Ryan Brown is the artist of that blue cover that you see right there in front of you. That he's just the cover artist. But we love working with Ryan. We've got Gary De La Rear did a story inside. We've got Sean Bova did a story inside, and his was really cool. I'll show you actually, let me show you a preview of these guys' work while we're talking about it, since I don't have pictures. This is Damien Torres' work. This is a real true throwback to the old Warren Comics Vampirella style, creepy, eerie of the 70s and 80s. That's what he was going for. He did a really good job. That's Damien Torres. This is Sean Bova. He did a really cool, him and Mina Elwa, who's the writer of this story called Domus Dentum. They had a cool idea. They wanted to make it look like a children's book, but be really effed up and horrifying. So that's what they did there, and I loved it. It came out great. And then this is Gary De La Rear. He introduced us to the builder of the box, the very mysterious guy who makes the boxes that go to people's houses or show up on people's front doors, to give them that the decision that will change their lives forever.
Very cool.
I wrote that one, and I also wrote this one drawn by Jomar Bulda, who worked with me on Jaded on a previous Kickstarter project that we funded. He did this. This is a story about a girl named Ursa Hunter, and she runs into the Blood Queen in the forest, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
The cool thing about the Blood Queen is she is a bloodbender, is the way I put it. So she controls blood that comes out of people's bodies and makes creatures with them. So they've got to fight those creatures in the woods. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Gotcha. So how was it? We've talked to a lot of anthology people, and I think herding cats is kind of the general consensus when it comes to getting all the individual teams to make sure that everything's ready to roll and you've got everything's ready for the final project. How did it all come together?
It actually came together. We're co-creators, myself, Mina Elwell, and AC Medina, who they are also comic book writers. They've done stuff for Scout Comics, multiple comics for Scout Comics and other publishers. And we were just friends, and we came together with an idea about how we could make a haunted box like an actual box that we could create a subscription service for, right? Realized it was going to be too expensive and the logistics were going to be too out of control. But we decided, okay, what if we made it a comic book? So the three of us were already invested in this idea together. So that was very helpful. So you got three writers off the bat, and we all know artists. And all we did was take the subscription service concept and turned it into a comic book concept, something that we could just duplicate the concept. Sort of like Twilight Zone is where we were taking it, like Twilight Zone, where you just take a human being, put them in a situation, see what happens on the other side. But everybody has a choice to make. So some characters will choose to take and use the contents of the box, and therefore they will have to kill someone. Other characters will choose not to kill someone. And if they do that, they take the contents of the box and they don't kill someone, there's consequences for them. There's a curse, and there's demons will come after them. So there's so many different ways we could take it. We've got many writers and many artists that work on it. So the herding the cat thing, I haven't really felt that yet because all the writers are on the same page. So everybody's willing to work with their artists and get stuff in together. So that's actually been fun. That's the fun part.
Awesome. Well, and it's something that I should probably go back around the horn on too. How many more days do you have left on the campaign?
Well, I have got 15 days to go. About 70% funded, which 70% sounds like a good number, but I have definitely hit that dead zone, and it's nerve-wracking. So we'll get there, though. It was cool that we got projects we love. It was ironic that was the day everything started slowing down because it was the fourth day.
Nice. Well, you're 70% funded, so Kickstarter math. Kevin and I have talked about Kickstarter math before, but once you're 50% funded, you have like a 95% chance of funding after that. So the closer you get, it's 90, 95%, 99%. I mean, you're going to fund. Kickstarter math is going to get you there, man.
Kickstarter math.
It is pretty awesome.
Can I show you what my favorite tier is?
Oh, absolutely. Let's take a look.
It's a combination of anything that involves this slipcase that I'm showing you. We've got one called the collector's box. We've got one called just the slipcase plus the premium edition. Let me show you how the slipcase works. I have a graphic here. It's a die cutout of the Blood Queen. So when you take
Oh, wow.
the Haunted Box #1, you put it on the top of the stack of comics, you slide it into the box, you close the box with the magnetic flap, and she fits right into that die cut window, which I thought was a really cool feature, and I love it so much. I just can't wait to have it in my hands.
Nice. So actually, speaking of the slipcase, how many is it going to hold the entire series? So I assume this is a limited series.
So the idea is that this is an ongoing anthology series because we can continue to tell stories that have this concept, and they're not limited to current day. The first story that's in the book is from the 18th century, so it goes all over the place in time. It could just we can keep revisiting over and over. So right now we're going to end up, by the time this is done with all the add-ons, but by the time we publish this one, we'll have 8 covers that you can put in there, and the collector's box will collect all of those covers that you can put in there. So it's
Gotcha.
designed to hold all the variant covers, but it will also hold more. So if you have more magazine size, because this is a large format, if you have more magazine size comics, you can fit them in the Haunted Box slipcase.
Nice. But if we take them out, we're not going to get cursed, right? I'm just saying.
I cannot guarantee we'll not get cursed. And I will say my second favorite is this one that I'm mousing over because it's the one I drew.
Oh, nice.
Did
you use a ruler on that one? I mean, it's pretty precise.
No, it's just I like the idea of the soft touch laminate cover, and this came from, believe it or not, of all things, Marvels, Alex Ross's Marvels, where he's got that acetate cover over. When you flip it open, you see like a virgin cover of I think the first one was the Human Torch, right? So that's this idea. It's just a wraparound of when you open it, you get a virgin version of this cover right here. But it's got that black suede touch and the red foil stamp to really pop out. So I don't know. I just thought it was a cool idea. Another way to get another variant in a unique way. That's all.
Very cool.
And then this is, I just wanted to say real quick, this is taken from Tyler James. Listen to his Comics Launch podcast, the milestones. I'm in that low, so I'm able to try to take advantage of milestones and offer backers something, even if we haven't reached our goal. Every time we reach a milestone, like I gave out a character info sheet digitally, progress on the Ursa Hunter cover, and then there's more. And then finally, last thing I'll say, and I'll finally shut up, is we also. I'm really looking forward to unlocking this stretch goal right here, 6,500, because scrolling all the way up, I just put this out maybe an hour before your show started. This is our upgrade. This is our major upgrade. Even though we're not going to color, because the whole point is black and white, we're going to give it a black and white and blood upgrade.
Oh, very nice.
So it'll be black and white and red, and then we'll do some shading in the blacks so that the reds don't look funny being highlighted and shaded uniquely from the black and white. So we're also shading the black and white.
Nice. Well, hey, here's a comment from Gianna Fattini. Just backed this project. Can't wait for that slipcover, John. So
cool.
There you go.
Thanks, Gianna.
And we have lots of people agreeing, as I agree, that Tyler James is just an awesome human being. And Kevin and I have made no secret that without Tyler, there would probably be no Kickstarters from us for sure. And Sarah, I believe you're in the comics launch group as well.
Yeah, I am. I definitely feel the same way. Definitely couldn't have gotten here without the group.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, so yeah, let's talk a little bit about the question that I was going to ask you guys, and I completely blanked on what it is right now. So we'll talk about something else. How about that international shipping? I hate it. Anyway, no, actually, that's one of the things we had, I believe is on one of the campaign. It is on Steven's campaign, the Gemini mailers. I mean, that's one of the things that it's important Steven says it's important to get it there because I don't want to send it again, but we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and profanity, in my case, into making a book, right? And with that, I want to protect it and make sure that it gets there, and it's not all banged up or beat up or anything, because it's important, right? And that's something I think that I see a lot more creators doing. I know Steven's doing it on his, and
it's just like our Kickstarter, the people that are backing it are helping us bring it to life, so like they're going the extra mile for you. To me, it's like you got to go the extra mile from them. I always hate saying, you see this all the time, someone will post on Twitter they got their Kickstarter book in like a manila envelope and it's all just kind of like
mangled.
Yeah, I mean, I got one not that long ago that was like that, and you become a purist, right? Whenever because you know how you want to treat your own product when you get it out. Because I think we're all on the same page. It's like you love your project, but you also want to make sure people love your project as much as you do too.
And you're going to lose people.
Yeah, and that extends to shipping and even print quality. Like in Sarah's case too. Like once you hit those milestones, it may not seem like much, but it's huge having different paper quality. It's crazy. And it's all just this big harmonious thing. But Gemini mailers, just use them. And it's easy to tape them.
Gemini mailers, I definitely use them, but I will say I was so jealous. I got a Kickstarter in the mail like a month ago. It looked like just a regular legal size envelope, right? Is that the right term? But it's the size of legal right? Yep. It was just really hard.
Yeah, those are good too. Charlie uses those.
You have to transform the damn thing.
Put
it in, and I was jealous.
Those are
mailers from Blambot, and it was the same kind of like folding them. There's a video actually on Blambot's website for how to fold them, and I had to watch it. I'm like, okay, I think I got it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll do. Luckily, on the last fulfillment, I had Stace and one of my sons helping me, and I'm like, okay, here's how you do it, because I've done a few of them by this point, and so we were doing that.
It takes a while. It takes a while to get that flip right,
Yeah,
flip.
Muscle memory.
But look at we talk about that guy Charlie Stickney. He's got some beautiful boxes for his White Ash stuff. I mean, they're White Ash branded, and they're just beautiful, and they protect the crap out of all of the books that are in there. But that's shipping is.
It's tough. It's gotten so expensive.
That's I was going to say that it is very expensive.
Yeah, I mean international. Everyone here probably knows, but the European Union changed the rules, their whole thing last year in terms of how you can ship internationally. And it used to be if you were under a certain dollar amount, there was no VAT, right? And now it's not just that they changed that. So if you're supposed to be getting this like tax ID, it's a very convoluted process, and I looked into it. But unless you're like doing like $20,000 worth of business, it's not worth getting. So anytime you're sending it into Europe now, you kind of have to have your fingers crossed, because because of the new rules. And on top of that, it's gotten even more expensive. It's gotten like $10 more expensive than it used to be. So it's
what if you guys don't mind me asking, around what do you use to ship?
Like
what
just
service?
Okay, I use stamps.com. Just because the label printing alone is incredible. So you just flip the bill, buy a label printer. Trust me, it's incredible. I use that. Yeah, and it seems to be a little bit more forgiving as far as shipping prices are concerned, rather than because with our first campaign we just took it to the post office, and we got reamed. Because it was our first campaign. We didn't know. I mean, you figure it out right as you go. And I will say this to you guys too. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made. First campaign again, we did prints as a stretch goal, and my dumb self made the prints 8x10. So then I couldn't ship them inside of the sleeves, and I cost myself so much extra grief.
Oh,
So
man.
don't be an Allen. You make them
Yeah.
comic book size. Yeah.
Sarah, what are you planning on using to ship?
I've used stamps.com for other stuff in the past. So I was kind of thinking it might be the way to go. And now I probably will go that way.
Nice.
Yeah,
What about you,
definitely.
John?
Definitely stamps.com for anything US based, but overseas DHL.
DHL? Cool. Well,
Especially with the slipcase, it's going to be a little heavier with the books
Mhm.
inside, and the price is just going to skyrocket if I don't use them.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the odd duck here because I love ShipStation for US based shipping, because BackerKit lets me select a bunch of packages, push them over to ShipStation. I then print the labels in ShipStation to my Tyler James Comics Launch thermal printer 4XL that I've had for a few years now, which is awesome. And then once I've printed them over there, I can hit refresh and it will mark them in BackerKit as, hey, those are done. Boom. So the integration between the two is just amazing. I love that.
That's useful.
But
ShipStation, is that a paid service?
yeah, I keep it at like $9.95 a month, I think, when I'm not doing much shipping, and then when I'm doing the shipping, I bump it up to like the $19.95 a month for like 20 days while I'm feverishly, filling packages and everything, and then bring it back down. I think there was another service I used. You couldn't pause that service, but I think you can actually go ahead and pause the ShipStation too, and then just reenact it, re-enable it when you're ready to go. But I'm a believer in it. I really like it. But then I think it was Charlie Stickney, it may have been Kevin, Pirate Ship for international shipping, because what they do, it's like half. I was looking into it, and it's like half of what I was going to pay normally, because what they do is they bulk it up. You ship to their distributor. They put to get into when they get a big package, boom, it all goes over at once. So you're able to ship internationally somewhat cheaper. I'm not sure how much cheaper, but so far I'm one of those crazy people. I'm like, here's a number I'm going to use for international shipping. Is it right? It has never been right. Okay, ever, never in the history of ever has it been right. Mostly, I don't lose too much money on shipping. That's my hope, is to just not lose too much money on shipping internationally. But so far it's been, the tracking is real good, and I've had, knock on wood, I've had pretty good luck with it. So stamps.com, DHL, Pirate Ship, ShipStation, all good things. So any other creators out there, feel free to, hit us up and we'll let you know our experience. Or if you have experiences with others, definitely hit us up and let us know, because it's all about what was it? Not being an Allen, saving each other from being an Allen.
No one wants to do that. That's dumb. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's see. Oh, it looks like we got a couple of new comments out here. Katrina. I'm sorry, Steven. This is calling you out, man. So
Yeah. So last night we were on Travis Gibbs. He did a live stream last night.
his hangout, his hangout.
It kind of got it kind of got a little crazy. We had someone we had a troll bomb in there. But anyway, I kept Travis at the beginning had made a comment that I changed my shirt, but I hadn't. So then just throughout the whole thing, the 3 hours of it, I just kept changing shirts. And it would drive him nuts. It would drive him nuts each time. So it just got.
And our buddy Garth, the label printer, yes, it is a total game changer. And I think you can see mine right there. That's. I've got to go buy more labels for it too, because I'm gonna have to be shipping pretty soon. So darn, they're kind of expensive, but I do love that label printer so much. Well, let's see how anybody want to chat about anything else? Anything you want to talk about while we're all here hanging out? If not, I know it's starting to get late. It's on the East Coast. Oh, Sean says came in towards the end of it. All right. Well, that is a perfect segue, Sean, because we're going to go back through our 30-second pitches, and we're going to start backwards this time. So we'll start with Steven first. So if somebody was walking by and wanted to know more about Monster Matador, would you throw something at him, or what would you do?
I would stab him. No, it's a post-apocalyptic kaiju throwdown about a matador fights monsters to make a better world for his daughter. It's just as crazy and delightfully demented as it sounds. It is literally a matador who fights kaiju monsters, and part of the fun is seeing just how he does it. So give it a shot. We have a 180-plus page collection with a brand new story that is exclusive to the collection. We have available in digital, hardcover, and softcover.
And how many days do you have left on the project?
13. It ends on October 20th. So.
All right. Awesome. All right, Alan.
Okay. We are also ending October the 20th. It's like we planned it, right?
Yeah, right.
Again, I'm Alan, for those who missed it. The comic that I have running right now is Grandma Chainsaw. It is a wholesome tale about life, love, and friendship. And that's really it. Everyone finds true love and happiness, and it's over. But really, it's about a serial killer grandma who uses a chainsaw on her victims.
As advertised.
Yes, and of course, it does what it says on the label. And as we said before, evil has a perm. So I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. We had a lot of fun with this. The team has too, and check out our trailer too. We love it. I think it's the only good thing about the book. So look at that.
Nice. All right, Sarah, what can you tell us about No Spell Lasts Forever?
It is a noir urban fantasy about a magic user who meets an early death and makes a deal with the devil for a second chance at life. The artist is Aimee Hawley. I'm the writer. Aimee's artwork is gorgeous. She just does some really cool things with like the magic effects and the way that looks visually. It's a 6-issue series, and issue 1 is live on Kickstarter now through November 3rd.
Awesome. All right. John, you are up, sir.
So The Haunted Box is a horror anthology series, and all the stories revolve around the same premise, which is you receive a mysterious box, and inside of it is exactly what you need to solve all of your problems. The box just wants you to take one life. The box wants blood. And I just want to shout out to my co-creators, AC Medina and Mina Elwell, because I forgot to earlier. Sorry, guys.
Not a problem. All right. Well, we've reached the point of the show where Kevin and I typically say that it goes completely and totally off the rails if it hasn't already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to review some of the projects that are still running live that we've had the creators on the show. You're welcome to hang around with me, and we can chat about these projects. Or if you, like I said, if you're on the East Coast and you're like, oh my God, it's late, I've got to get some sleep. No judgment. Feel free. Or if you're on the West Coast and it's, oh my God, I'm starving, I've got to eat something right now, then feel free. We're all good. So thanks again, everyone, for being here. And it was a lot of fun. I hope everyone else had fun too. So
Great.
let's see what kind of trouble I can get into by myself now. All right.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. It's midnight over here, and I'm gonna try to make New York Comic Con.
All right. Have a good
I'd
one.
have to back out too.
Thanks again for showing up. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. All right. Stephen Allen gonna hang. All right.
No, I'm just going to drop out unexpectedly. So when you least expect it, I'm going to be in the middle of a question, and then I'm just hanging out.
Just gonna hang out. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I will be prepared to be unprepared for that.
Okay, good.
I'm never leaving, Will.
Okay. Are you gonna change shirts for me?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I will stay. It is. I'm on the East Coast as well. It's 12:10 here, so I'll stay around for a couple of them.
All right, cool. Well, here's what we've got going on. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. So on the show we had, what have we got here? Yeah, we're still hanging. Yep, we're still hanging. We're going to show some projects that were on the show earlier that are still live on Kickstarter, so everybody can have another chance to check them out. And the first one of these is going to be, I can find it in the giant list of stuff here. No. There we go. This is the Alchemist of Aurelia by Melissa J. Massey. Melissa's been on the show actually a couple of times, and this is a tale of magic set during the hang on a second, and during the Ottoman Empire. It's got vengeful witches, ancient lore, and a determined wizard with some fantasy. It's a really great looking book, and Melissa is an awesome creator, so definitely go check it out at alchemistcomic.melissajmassey.com. And the next one on the list is, I clicked my back button too many times. Okay. Our Starry Universe. It's a sci-fi fantasy comic with a space pirate on the run who finds out she's magic kind of at the worst possible moment. But it is by Andrew Abarca, and you can find it out at Kickstarter. It's Our Starry Universe. It's got 12 days to go to check it out. And what do we have next? There's so many projects. I don't know about you guys, but my
I hit my Kickstarter limit like 3 months ago, I think, and I'm still backing stuff.
Yeah.
Which sucks because like I go on these shows and then I see all these great books and everything, and it's just it's too much, man. It's too much.
There's too much good stuff.
Yeah.
And I know so many people, and I'm like, I've got to back their book, So next up is Concrete Arcanum, which is where is that? By creator Nathan Luth. Oh, whoops, and I hit the wrong one. There it is. It's an anthology, which is, magic has come out into the real world, and now people have to kind of deal with it. So it's an anthology that has lots of different stories that deal with that. Good buddy John Eddingfield the second is the second. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It's late. Anyway, John's in it, and he's an awesome artist who I've worked with once or twice before, and he's just an awesome dude. So definitely check out Concrete Arcanum. It has 20 days to go, and it's about halfway toward its goal. So it's already got 207 backers, and in my mind, Kickstarter math says it's going to make, so it's going to make and then some. So definitely check it out. All right, let's see. That's it as far as the people that have been on the show at this point. Now it's time for the friends that haven't been on the show yet, but we're back in anyway. Our buddy Pat Shand, and I don't know that I even have a link for this one yet.
Do you really need it though?
It's Pat freaking Shand. Go back, Destiny New York Volume 6 already, Jeebus, right?
Yeah.
After Pat, we've got good friend Travis Gibb is doing Granite State Punk right now, the Breaking Edge, which is the second issue of his Granite State Punk. And Travis is a great dude. He said that this is his best work, and he's really, really proud of it. So here's the link for that guy right there, Granite State Punk. You don't need a link for Pat. It's Pat Shand, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it sort of just takes you there directly.
Yeah, just Kickstarter. There it is.
Yeah, if you just type Kickstarter.com, you just get taken straight to Pat's thing.
I think that's right. Let's see, what else do I have here? 3 more. Dream Quest by Buddies Clay Adams and Mick Byers. It is a Lovecraft, and I don't know that I actually have a link for it.
It's Clay announced a new book at New York Comic Con that was, I think the concept was created by Martin Cove. So
that's right. Yeah, that's another book. Yeah. Anyway,
Dream Quest is great, but that looks really great. That campaign.
Yeah. So definitely check that out. Even if it is Clay Adams, that guy, man.
At least I'm not the only one who feels that way, but yeah.
And my part is just jealousy. I'm a petty.
We all
are. Yeah, it's all professional jealousy, right?
And then the next book I've kind of got would be Sharp Wit and the Company of Women, which is by Brent Fisher and I'm sorry, Michelle, I cannot remember your last name, but co-editors on this book. This is an anthology with lots of great creators in it. Let's see, the book is 150-page comic anthology. It's got 19 stories that range in size from 4 to 6 pages. And it focuses on stories about women contextualized through whatever lens the teams felt met the standards of strength, power, and agency. This is the second volume from Extra Pages Press, which their first one was The Color of Always, which was a really amazing campaign and really successful campaign. So go check out the Sharp Wit and the Company of Women, which has got. Okay, I got to share this because this is without a doubt Tula Lote. Oh my God, this is just such a beautiful cover. It is absolutely amazing. There you go. Take a look at that. Is that not just absolutely beautiful?
I mean, that's good if you like good covers, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever, right? Anyway, go check out Sharp Wit and the Company of Women. Definitely an excellent project from our friends over at Extra Pages. And finally, he would probably, beat on me if I forgot to mention it. But hey, Snowpaw #2 is out from my buddy Rob Multari and excellent artist Mog Park. I might not have stole her to do a cover for Crossover Division #4. Maybe. I totally did. But Snowpaw is ending on October 19th, and you still have plenty of time. I believe, and Rob will have to correct me if I'm wrong here, I think it's going to be a 4-issue series, but it might be 5. I'll have to get him on here to verify that. But let's see here. If
you back Snowpaw and Monster Matador, there's an exclusive print.
All right.
That's drawn by Carlos Herrera, his artist from Nightwolf. So
Nightwolf.
Back both projects, if you back Monster Matador and Snowpaw, you get print drawn by Carlos. So
nice. Definitely go forth and do just that.
Please.
And let's see. And hey, excellent, Sean. Rob is making a headway into the local comic shops.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a fun book.
All right. It is. And Mog's art, oh man.
She's fantastic. Yeah.
She's fantastic. She's just absolutely fantastic. So I think that is about it. Thanks for hanging, gentlemen. I'm going to turn this banner off and double check the list one more time. And I don't see anything else new. Again, we'll be doing this for your projects, as they progress, on Kickstarter. And hopefully we can help make the Dead Zone a little less soul crushing.
Well, it's all on you now because you've taken.
Yeah, you did take all the credit right before we started.
I'm trying. my third campaign for Crossover Division #1, which is kind of really, I consider it my first campaign because it was for new stuff that the team and I had done together, and we had built it for Kickstarter. Hey, thanks, Jay. But that Dead Zone was just so hard because we hadn't funded yet. We didn't fund until the next to last day of the campaign.
Isn't that the worst, right?
Oh, it's just, well, and I totally get it because you, like you said earlier, it was a new book. There's no track record. I, as a creator, had a track record of fulfilling, but it was
it doesn't
totally
matter.
different book. But it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. Yeah, like again, we thought that Pocus Hocus. It's like great. We have a good fan base for it. People like it.
Mhm.
Man, it doesn't matter. It's that book one. We got to make sure it's good, and I get that. So, the biggest jump we had in all of our Kickstarter stuff was Pocus 1 to Pocus 2, and it was crazy the jump, right?
Yeah, it's weird because I jumped from 1 to 2. I jumped up above. I was under 200. I jumped above 200. 3 put me, let's see, yeah, no, I think I had jumped above 200 for the third book, and then for the fourth book, I jumped above 300. I'm like, awesome, this is great, and then that Dead Zone is still the same size Dead Zone, but funding happens much sooner, when you have that many backers. So it's hey, Joey's back. Hey, where'd you go, man? Come on, leaving us hanging out to dry. Oh my God, that's terrible, man.
We haven't even done a show. We've been waiting for.
Yeah, we've just been waiting on
the
you,
other
Joey.
the other creators left because they were so bored and mad at you. Joey. Yeah, they didn't even talk about their books.
Yeah, they're just like, that Joey. Gonna give him an earful next time I talk to him. Well, hey, gentlemen, thank you very much, and everyone in the comments, thanks for showing up. It is 11:22 Central Standard Time, which is time as God intended it, from what I've been told.
It's the true time.
It's the true time. And I am about ready to go crash. I'm sure you guys on the East Coast are equally ready to crash. But maybe not. You're not as tired as old as I am. So, we'll go with that.
Well, no, I'm right behind you. So I'll catch you guys later. Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks,
bye, guys.
everyone.
Thanks for tuning.
Good night.
Good night.
And good night, everyone. Have a good week. And Kevin will be back, and we'll see you next